agencies are now preparing for possible terror attacks in Jammu and Kashmir after reports of a meeting between Pakistan-based terror outfit Jaish-e-Mohammed and Taliban leaders in Kandahar. These are the breaking inputs coming in as reports also suggest that JEM has sought support of Taliban for India-centric operations. Sources say the political situation in Pakistan was also discussed in the meeting. Abhishek Kapoor, Senior Executive Editor, now joining us on the phone line. And well, Abhishek, ever since these developments have been taking place in Afghanistan, this is certainly a risk or a consequence rather that many feared that India should be careful about. What are the preparations underway? What is it that you're hearing?
So, Asia, there is an institutional memory in India of the period of the mid-90s and early 2000s, essentially when Taliban had taken root in Afghanistan, be it the IC-814 hijacking, release of Masood Azhar, and now again he's meeting. So they are of the same family, be it Jaish-e-Mohammed, Masood Azhar, Taliban, Islamic State, Haqqani network, and they are all shepherded, mentored, protected, nurtured by ISI. So that umbilical connect is there between all the organizations. So obviously there would be an area of concern, and be it the Parliament terror attack, be it the IC-814, as I was mentioning, Kaluchak attack, all those attacks that at that time had spiked essentially because of the extended sanctuary terrorists based out of Pakistan got in Afghanistan. For example, Masood Azhar was training at Khost, and those terrorists were then channelized into Kashmir. So obviously our intelligence agencies and the security network, entire security network essentially is reviewing its operations in the light of the latest developments that have taken place in Afghanistan. It's not about anticipating, it's about making sure that the security grid is foolproof and takes into account all eventualities.
Right. Abhishek, thank you for getting us those details. Several voices we're picking up at this point. Colonel V.N. Thapar is with me on the phone line. Colonel V.N. Thapar, if you are tracking the breaking details we are putting out on our screens now, what are your thoughts on it, sir? How do you think India should be prepared?
No, India has to be prepared at full alert because the huge manpower of the Taliban will now be free without any work. And all Pakistan has to do is to turn them towards the east. So it is bound to trickle down to J&K and other places of India. And for that, we have to be very firm and very alert because any such action on the part of Pakistan and Taliban must be met with such a drastic manner that it should strike terror in the hearts of the terrorists themselves. So this is how I look at it, and all the preparations that are required. Now is the time to get busy with them so that we can meet the challenge fully and on a front foot. There is no doubt about this threat precipitating in India. Sooner than later, it is bound to come to our borders because how things will take shape in Pakistan itself, because Taliban and all the other terror networks, their basic aim is to bring about Sharia. So if they bring the Sharia in Pakistan, it will have a huge impact there first. And then, of course, some elements will come towards this side and we will have to face the brunt. So we have to, in good time, we have to do full preparations, the intelligence network, the ability to counter any such activity that takes place, and being ready and alert is the only solution for us.